Welcome to Ellie Goldsmith's Relationship Flow. We are holding right now in a good place in our United Souls book, and I'm happy to share an important development called Marriage as a Model of United Souls. This is a big milestone in our book, as we already reached 10 pages. I know that might not sound much, but all the pages I believe so far could be expanded upon, plus they're laying the foundation for the rest of the book, which I hope will be ready in 2021 around Purim time. So we do have some time to work hard on a nightly, even daily sometimes level, and the discipline it's taking is very important, and thankfully it is flowing. Like my wife herself, soulmate, was very happy to see me typing last night in a more relaxed moment. She wasn't upset. It wasn't like it's getting in the way of our marriage or anything, because I think it just enhances and focuses in on what our marriage is about, which is a soul level and bonding together. So it's very important to find stuff that you're involved with that works with your family. I mean, even right now I've been listening to a Joe Rogan podcast, and he's talking to Mike Tyson, and it just shows you the power of a soulmate, the power of finding someone. And Mike Tyson himself, who is a very intense fighter and person who's done unbelievable successful fights in history, and one of the top level boxers, is now kind of making a comeback. But this time he's doing it with his soulmate, with someone who's able to understand him on an emotional level. He's talking about such ideas as emotional intelligence and the soul connection and balancing out, and it's just amazing to see that people who you would think would be more an intense anger and hatred towards another person to conquer and be victorious, really they have a soul, they care about other people, and there is a will to do good inside every human being, even if there's a large amount of money and other stuff involved in the story. But it's just nice to see that and hope that that is sincere and real. But for myself, I'm seeing that the power of having that flow, and that's what Mike was expressing as well, that it's not interfering his marriage with his development back into boxing, and hopefully my book won't interfere with my marriage or anything else I'm doing. I think it's just going to flow in a real natural, healthy way, and it's about, once again, that emotional intelligence, being able to communicate it to the people around. What is my goal? What am I doing? And with that communication, there's a certain respect and understanding that there needs to be some time made for this. So that's my intro to today. We're holding at a very busy time. That's why I haven't been able to post weekly, even though ideally we'd be putting this up more often. But being that it's Elul, it's already the second half now, and we're coming close to Rosh Hashanah and the Day of Judgment, and hopefully it'll be a day of a lot of kindness and mercy. There's been a hard year this year, 5780. We're hoping 5781 would be a year of Padus and positive things, and this is our redemption, and Aleph will say that Aleph is we want to have that achdus, that oneness with Hashem, that unity. So very much fit with the book that we're working on. The two letters Pei Aleph, Padus means redemption, but Aleph means achdus, so it should be redemption of unity. And that's my hope with everything I'm doing, with my work, with people I work with Nissan Black, for example. We're hosting him. Hopefully there won't be a lockdown in Beit Shemesh, so we'll have him tomorrow night in the yeshiva performing for Reisha, and they're on the quarantine, so hopefully it will be a successful event. But then the next night we have him here in Jerusalem with, please God, with Rav Shalom Morish, and it will be an opportunity to really make something special with the rerun track out, and just getting that good energy out there before the new year. And we're always in an optimistic mindset that we'll be able to do that and not have, God forbid, this Corona challenge hold back these positive events. But if it does get in the way, everything's in God's hands, and that gives us humility to accept that we're in a flow and we're not in control, and that we can go with that flow. And the same with my wife, my kids. I'm not trying to control them, even though I would like them to have a healthy, happy Seder. My wife, soulmate, is doing amazing. My younger one's doing amazing. My older teenager is a little bit more challenging, as they want to stay out late and wake up late and not keep Seder and all those kind of things. So it's a bit more of a challenge, but that's part of the thank God, the development in that way. And with the Emunah is Our Future podcast, we've got a lot of spiritual resilience from Gedalia. We put up his class, and Rav Yonatan Galed, we're putting up important classes there on just getting the hint, really understanding, and we had him with Rav Orish last week, and myself, Just Be You, and this week we're going to talk about some really important things. I think it really needs to be focus. I haven't got the title yet, I'm about to put it out there, but the flow hopefully will guide the divine flow that we're heading towards some sort of goal here with the new year, that it should be a year of redemption and unity. So I think maybe that might be today's class here in the relationship flow, that there should be a redemptive flow, and the marriage and soul partner is a big part of that, because we shouldn't push away the people around us who are the ones who are going to make us great. And that was the beautiful thing in this chapter, like I wrote about how the defining the soul, the power, the energy, the divine process, and all the different moments in life that lead towards meeting your soulmate. That you meet, I met mine in between two different shuls on Yom Kippur, a holy day, and again in the David Lloyd gym later on, where we actually became friends and started becoming close. And thank God it was platonic. And then we went through that next stage of going on, dating each other when we were 21 in Israel and Yerushalayim, and getting married, and that whole power that brought all those different experiences and processes. The fact that my brother-in-law to be was came to Israel, and I came to Israel, and she came to Israel, and the whole flow was very divinely orchestrated. And it's very important to tune into your life in a way where you allow the flow to take place. So too with your children, when you feel like, well, I'm responsible. Yeah, there's responsibility. You make the moves that you need to do. But in the end, the flow will go the way it's supposed to go. Like, one of my sons, I really want him to learn a bit more Torah. He's a young teenager. It's very hard, all the different challenges of the generation. But so he decided. I opened a discussion with a big rabbi here, and next to Rav Orish's place, and he very kindly opened the door. And that flow, instead of me forcing and fighting with my wife and my kids and trying to get everyone up and getting angry and irritated, allowing the process where he decided himself he wants to go, and he went. And it was a good experience. I don't know if he'll follow it up as that much, but it was still a good experience. That one day maybe he'll go again another time, and Rav Orish himself has made himself available to speak to my son. You see the kindness of a righteous person who wants to reach out to everybody, and that's musa to us all. Like, as busy as he is and responsible he is for so many people, he's still available to help my son, or to help other people, and on a constant level, on a constant basis. And that's an example for us that we should make ourselves available on some level. Just reminded me, thank God, that I do have questions to get ready every week from people to Rav Orish, and it's an example where he's allowing this flow with our Munah class to develop and give the Divine Providence, who's attending, like I said, in Black this week. We have asked some other people. Some people are a little bit reluctant, but I'm leaving the door open, because you never know. There might somehow Hashem can open their hearts to want to do it. If He doesn't, then we accept that and we go with the flow again. And same with everything. And that coronavirus challenge that we're in allows us to flow more and realize we're less and less in control. Like, people want to go to Uman, but maybe it will happen, maybe it won't. It seems to be closed right now, but anything can change. And that flow, and that takes off a lot of stress from the relationship between the husband and wife. That the bottom line is, you're there for your soulmate. The focus is her or him, and you're really tuned into that focus and communicating from a real place that you're not in control. You definitely want to be stable and try and be responsible, but you at the same time have that humility to know that Be'ezrat Hashem, there's God's help, there's a divine flow, and with everything you need that divine assistance that it should be successful, whatever project you're involved in. And that's my blessing here, that this podcast, Relationship Flow, should help people, should give people the encouragement, the reality that they need to tune into that divine flow in their relationship, that there is a soulmate connection, and it's drawing these two souls together. And the more we tune into the soul level, the more we'll see that soulmate in our life and the beauty of that person who's in front of us, and not get caught up with all the externalities of the physical and emotional. Even though the emotional intelligence, we said, is very important, but it's in the end the soul level is what's drawing the two people together on the deepest level. So we're going to go and just explore a bit more this soul level, hopefully over the next few weeks. We've got a holy time ahead with Slichot and Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur and Sukkot and the 10 days of Tshuva and the Chol HaMoed Sukkot, and then the Simchas Torah and Shemini Atzeres. this whole special time ahead is a lot of work for both soulmates, to in terms of the relationship flow of being able to do so much, for Yom Tov and prepare yourself. But the most important part is to remember there's moments of the soul that you're talking to God, you're connecting to Him in an intimate, deep way. The Creator, the universal power is there in your life and guiding you and giving you that love, and being you in a real way in front of that is the key to the whole thing, and journeying together and praying for your family. And everyone should be blessed with a beautiful year and to have a real relationship with everything you're doing, and it should be a relationship flow that you can be proud of and share on with the world, and we'll come to that real unification that my book is hopefully guiding us all towards. Amen.